Next slogan is 55. Oh, 45. 45. What is 45? Train in the three difficulties. Three difficulties. Haha. You guys sleepy. That's why I have to do something.
Drive all blames into one.
Commitment. There are three difficulties. Okay, the first difficulty is recognizing disturbing emotions as negative. First difficult. For example, many people don't recognize attachment as a negative. Instead, we commonly, what do you call it? The attachment, love. We think it's a love, and I think it is important to have attachment. Is important, right? Do you think that? I think you do. I think you do. We don't recognize attachment as negative. And we think as positive. If I don't have attachment, I cannot develop. I cannot, work my business, my family. What about my wife? What about my husband? What about my children? Blah, blah, blah. All this, I need desire, attachment, all of that. Very necessary, right? So that's I think, first difficult to recognize this disturbing emotions is a negative. So to correct this, we need to investigate our disturbing emotions, so we have the correct understanding of these emotions and their consequences. And however, once we are able to do this, we encounter the second difficulty, which is not being able to stop our disturbing emotions once we recognize them. That's the second difficulty. We cannot really stop, or diminish. This is the second. Once we recognize attachment is a negative, but then it's difficult to stop or diminish. That's the second difficulty, right? And to correct this, we need to apply the appropriate antidote. Even if we can sometimes stop them temporarily, it is still difficult to diminish them completely. So this is the third difficulty. To correct this, we need to develop our diligence. Okay? Our diligence. We need a wisdom mind. We need a correct antidote, and we need diligence. Then these three are not difficult. To correct, to recognize as a negative, we need, I think, the wisdom mind, wisdom. And then once we recognize, we need the correct antidote. In order to diminish completely negative emotions, we need practice and diligently, So these three things. And so now, three things we can do. I mean, the eliminate disturbing emotions. There are three things we can do. The first training is recognizing disturbing emotions when they arise. Once we recognize what is happening, we can practice the second difficulty, which is rely on their antidotes. Then we should try to diminish them as much as we can through practice our mind training. Then not difficult. And we also must remember that they are not, these disturbing emotions are not the part of the nature of our mind. Natural mind. So these are just temporary things. This is not nature of our life. So eventually we will be able to diminish them completely. You have to know that these are the just temporary obscurations. We call the temporary obscurations or obstacles, or whatever you call it. Means like it's not nature. It's the negative emotions. These disturbing emotions are not part of nature of our mind. They are just temporary. So therefore we can diminish. Definitely we can. But you need sort of correct instructions in order to diminish them completely.